Hello everyone, I'm Noakich. If you want to know more about Russia and you understand my English, please welcome to my channel. Today we will discuss hot topic about relation between Russian and Chechen. In one of my previous video I say a lot of Chechen in Moscow. I was so surprised of that because I live in Russia 12 years, but I moved in Moscow just 6 months ago, something like that. And actually it was first time in my life when I meet Chechen. It was in Moscow. During this video you will understand why it happened like that. So what Russian people think about Caucasus people? We have two types of immigrants in Moscow. It's people from Middle Asia and people from Caucasus. People from Middle Asia, they're mostly workers, they work on different buildings, cleanings and etc. And people from Northern Caucasus, they're mostly sales, they're bodyguards, let's call them bodyguards. So, Russian men refuse to work with Caucasus and they refuse to have employers from Caucasus because for sure during the business there is some difficult situation. In these cases Russian men could receive a lot of insulting. Caucasus people can say, I will rape you, I will rape all your family if you will not do what I say, you obey me. Yes, they are very strong. Actually, it's a nation of fighters. They are very strong and beautiful. So, of course, if you understand that you can have some problem during some business situation, you will refuse this danger. Why they don't want to have employers from Caucasus? Because for sure they are very free. They are not subordinated. They don't want to obey to their boss because they have their own rules. Russian women refuse to meet with Caucasus guys too because for sure it's absolutely forbidden for them to marry with Russian. For Caucasus girl, of course, it's danger to be married with some another nations because she could be even killed, because it's a shame for her and for all her family. It's so huge shame that it could be deleted only with blood. Why I decided to make this story? Because just a few days ago happened an interesting situation on one of the popular channels. There is a comedy show on this channel, it's called Comedy Woman. It was a small sketch about girls from escort. It was prostitute women of different nation. And it happens that one of girls was from Ingushetia, Ingushetian girl. Actually, I think that this joke is so funny because it's absolutely nonsense. Caucasus girl could never be prostitute because she could be killed with their brothers or with their family immediately. It's so huge shame for all nation, I suppose. But they don't understand this joke. Caucasus became send different messages and letters to this TV channel. This TV channel, they was enough smart, they make different excuses, they make videos, they go to visit head of Ingushetia, they say so many different excuses. They try to, for sure, it's a TV channel, they try to make PR on that. They delete this video immediately so I can show this joke for you. Very interesting how the situation will develop.
И сейчас мы хотим принести извинения нашим ингушским зрителям за шутку, задевшую их чувства.
Мы приносим извинения за слова и действия, которые обидели великий ингушский народ.
Caucasus people have a very strong community. They respect old people, their women, and they call one another brother. Even if they see one another second time in their life, they say, this is my brother. And they protect one another a lot. If one of Chechen guy makes something disgusting or makes some criminality, etc., they never say, no, this guy is disgusting. They will say, let's discuss. I'm sure there is some reason why this guy make that or that. for sure, if you became a part of the community, you are a lucky guy. For example, now there is a huge friendship between Putin and Kadyrov. Look at that video that I found from one of the demonstrations in Moscow.
Путин красавчик! Путин красавчик!
Путин вор! Путин вор!
Путин вор!
Путин вор! Путин вор!
Девушка, тебе утром в школу надо
Путин
домой.
вор!
Вы видели, что он воровал?
Он воровал? Кто воровал? Путин вор!
Ты видела?
Я знаю!
А ты видела?
Я знаю это!
Ты нихуя не знаешь.
Это ты ничего не знаешь!
As I say, I meet Chechen first time in my life in Moscow. I research a bit why it happened like that. So, as I understand, Kadyrov sent part of Chechen fighters who live in Moscow now, and they work as a bodyguard for different deputies and authorities of Russia. For sure, as I say, they're the best fighters, they're the best bodyguard because they respect their boss a lot. They have very strong subordination inside the community, but for people outside of community, this rules doesn't work. For example, what happened when new iPhone appear in Russia, it's usually in all countries, young people before one day they arrive to shop, they stay in the queue during the day, during the night, and they are waiting at the moment when sales will begin. So when sales, the same happened in Moscow, so when sales have begun, a few Mercedes arrive to this shop, 40 Chechen, different Caucasus guys get out from this car, they move back all this queue and they say, we were staying here in the queue, they bought all new iPhone on this shop, and people in the queue don't say a word because they're afraid. Now I tell you a story with comedy guy, his name is Madsen. He make a joke about Quran like that.
Пока я спущу. Хорошо, Ксюха меня подставила один раз с пророком Мухаммедом. Я, блядь, купил Коран, чтобы почитать, что же там писали. Я, блядь, купил себе Коран и говорю, Ксюш, я пойду в туалет, почитаю Коран, блядь. Потому что я считаю только там. Я потом...
Продавец был таджик?
Что?
А продавец был таджик?
Нет, тот же самый считал, что я героин мне. А, да. Таджик. Я пришел в туалет, сел, читаю суры.
Можешь клево подвинуть?
И тут понимаешь, что, блядь, в туалете нет туалетной бумаги.
Об стену!
Да, но мне же надо было чем-то вас. Сижу на толчке и смотрю вокруг, ну вообще просто голяк, блядь. Я вышел из туалета, зашел в комнату и... Ксюха лежит и слушает Green Day, блядь, в плеере. Я говорю, ты не слышал, как я орал, что у меня нет бумаги? Ты, блядь, представляешь, что мне пришлось сделать? Твою мать! Мне пришлось потереться носком, сука! Я его даже принес! Это, блядь, так унизительно! Но, слава богу, с Кораном ничего не случилось. Не переживайте, ребят. Не надо меня расстреливать, это Библия. Все нормально.
After that, he received a lot of messages with threats. People say, we will kill you, destroy this joke immediately. He say a lot of excuse to different organizations. He make messages, he make video with excuses, but nothing stop. It was so dangerous for him that he have to leave Russia. But I'm sure that this contradiction in Moscow, it's not religious contradiction, because for example in Kazan it's mixed city, half of people it's Muslim Tatarian and half of people it's Christian Russian. So in that city it's very friendly city, they have mixed families. Actually Tatarian and Russian we are very similar, and we mixed a lot. There is Tatarian blood inside of every Russian mostly. So this on this city people are very friendly, and there is no any religion contradiction. They celebrate common celebrations, visit one another, and there is no any problem between them. So I think that it's mostly cultural contradiction. Besides, there is an opinion that Chechen people hate Russian. We think that they can't forgive Chechenian wars and Stalin's tortures of Chechenian. It was a story with Stalin. Please read it if it's interesting for you. If this video was interesting for you, thumbs up and subscribe on my channel.